I love photography, and as a features writer, most times we don't get to be assigned with photographers at the office because stories we do sometimes takes you days and away from town. My pictures get to run in the newspapers, but I always feel that I need to get more, to have an edge, to learn the technicalities of the camera, like framing and lighting, which has been a big challenge, and how to compose pictures that can tell stories.
The real goal, I think, of the workshop is to have them be able to try and experiment new things visually and with photography. The participants this week are going to be going into the field and are going to be really working to engage with their subjects, work to tell the story with images, and come back with something that is compelling and powerful, that can affect the viewer on an emotional level.
The journalists are actually tackling documenting the lives of people living with HIV and other people who are involved with the challenge of HIV in other ways. So, they are trying to tell specific stories and use photography in a way to create a different kind of narrative.
So only the one thing you wanted would be sharp, and the rest would be out of focus.
The editors now are looking into pictures, into stories with less text and more pictures, and I think this training will give me an edge to be there.
I've been having challenges, especially with lighting, composition, and detailing.
In order to survive as a journalist today, you have to have many tools, and using the camera and thinking visually is another tool. So it's another way to see the subject matter, and it's another way to explain a complex situation.
I like, pictures that will provoke my thought, because when you read a story, I guess the words, some good writers like features, they explain what is happening, but for a picture, apart from that, it's tell other than words. It makes you think, what is going on here, and I like to be a part of it. I want to capture that mystery. I want to capture that story. I want to capture those emotions and share with people in form of photography.
Being a photographer doesn't mean you really know everything. There's always something new to learn in photography. Anyone nowadays can take a picture. So you'll find a picture which has been taken by a person in the village, maybe with a phone, which is not of good quality, maybe is out of focus, but you'll find it in the newspapers. And I think we need to improve on that.
You can go out and capture the literal, an activity that's going on in front of you, an event, and you can document it, and you can show it just as it exists. And that's the literal. When you start communicating through photographs on a lyrical level, that means that the light and the color and the composition are all working together to communicate something that is greater than just what's being represented in front of the camera.
For a long time, photography in Kenya have been seen as a man's job, but I would really want to see more women getting into this career. That's why I want to mentor women photographers in future.
Telling a story with photographs and doing photojournalism is something that requires you to open your heart to your subjects. And the more you can connect with them, the more vulnerable you can be with them, the more vulnerable they're going to be with you. And so I think in that respect, it's really important that we open ourselves up as journalists and engage with our subjects in a way that does them justice, but also makes them comfortable to open up and tell their stories to us.
I'm hoping, what we learn is not, a one-off. I hope it's something that will continue to, inspire us and inspire the world. I want to see myself taking this art to the next level, even doing exhibitions if that is possible.